Hey everybody, it's Allie from Refinery House. I've got a little pal back there, if you can see. There's our other Allie. She'll just be listening from back there while she responds to your emails. Okay, so hair root touch-up tutorial time. Like many of you, I'm wearing a toque, which I will now remove. So, step one, unleash your hair. What I'm gonna suggest is like some kind of non-essential towel. Obviously we can't send capes home with everybody, so something that you can sort of put over your clothes that you want to protect. Obviously wear something that you can not be afraid to damage. Okay, so step one, I'm gonna brush your beautiful, in my case, extremely unclean hair. It's not a bad idea to let your hair be sort of more along these lines so that you can protect your scalp. It will also help it from dyeing. Some of you mentioned sort of the worry of having that line left. So what I'm gonna do is just part my hair down the center, like this. Now in my case, I don't usually do this. I don't usually do a root touch-up, but as I don't really have gray yet, although I'm sure I'm on my way, I'm just going to be showing you what I would be doing and what you will be doing. So I'm going to do it from the first-hand perspective, but if you have somebody that can do it for you, lucky you. First step is going to be to take, so your container is going to look like this. If you're watching this, you probably already have it. So you're gonna take the lid off once you're all set up, and then you're gonna take the color, like the cream color out of here, scoop it into the liquid developer will all be here, and give it a really good mix. We're going to put our gloves on because, as you've probably noticed, or you could probably imagine, this gets really good. So no chunks, nice and smooth. The other thing is, ideally, we're going to keep our brush really clean. Okay, so the other thing I'm going to try to do is use the same tools that we've given you, not the things that we have around the salon because you probably don't have that at home. So I'm going to use the back end of the brush to make these part lines. I've taken it from here all the way to the back, the nape of my neck. Now, what I'm going to aim to do is have the amount of color on my brush sort of mimic the amount of root I want to cover. What we want to avoid is overlapping as best as we can. So, let me get up and close and personal here. So I have it parted from here all the way to the back of my head. Obviously, it's going to be difficult for me to show you that. It's also going to be difficult for you to see it on your own head, so we're going to be learning together. So I'm going to, in order to hold this, again, you guys may or may not have clips at home. If you have clips and elastics that you don't mind using, or you feel comfortable trying it like this, we're going to just actually use this product to hold the part. And I'm not going to use clips. So again, I've dipped in about that much, and then I'm just going to by feel, right, because I'm going to pull, sorry, that light's in my way, isn't it? I'm going to hold this hair on this side kind of taut, and then I can feel it on my scalp. I'm just gonna go down, little tiny strokes all the way down, like this. And then I'm gonna do the same, although I will admit it's difficult. I'm gonna pull this hair this way so I know what I'm dealing with, and then let me get out of the light, there we go, and then I'm just gonna do little strokes and I can feel it. A little bit more product. Okay, so you can see how that's, now we want to have a decent amount of product on there because it needs to be saturated in order to do its job, but we also don't want to waste it, so it's kind of a fine balance. Okay, so that's step one. The next thing we're going to do is I'm going to take a parting from sort of the top here, so just behind, like where it starts to curve behind. I'm going to put my finger there and then come down to the top of my ear. So it's just behind my ear, I'll show you. Back there, okay? So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to let that sit there, kind of pull this forward with my hands, get that same amount of product. And I'm gonna start from the top. I can feel it if I want. And I'm gonna use it. Same thing, we're gonna use it to hold this parting. So now I'm gonna pull this stuff back. And I can really feel the product on my scalp, so that's helpful. Okay, so that holds, now we have these two sections compartmentalized, and we're gonna come back here. I'm gonna find that with my finger, and then straight down to behind my ear, pulling that forward. So these sections aren't completely necessary, but the reason they're helpful is so that we don't get lost and we know where we've been, what we've done, and where we're gonna go. So again, we're gonna start up here. I'm gonna pull this hair forward, doing the front first. So you wanna take your time, but you also wanna get it done as soon as you can. So it's a fine line. Oops, so I pulled the wrong thing. Not life and death, but if I hold the hair that I'm applying it to, it stops it from getting in my way and sort of falling out of place. So now I have these four, we call them quadrants. So what we're gonna do now, so I've done this way and I've done this way, and I have them separated. So I'm gonna pick a front section. The reason we're gonna do the two front first is because if for some reason you do use too much product and we run out, I think we can all agree the back is a little less important. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna really try to stay out of that light. I'm gonna take a really thin section like this from this top corner. So keeping in mind this is sort of a triangle, I'm gonna take it like this. I'm gonna make sure I still have it there. I'm gonna apply to both sides and then drop it. So it's up to you if you wanna do it before like this. I'm gonna get a little bit of product there. I'm gonna reach back in for more. So again, keeping it really clean. And take another really thin section. Okay, so I've already applied to there. I'm gonna flip it behind and apply just to the regrowth. So you'll all have different amounts of what we call regrowth, which is probably self-explanatory, but just in case. It's the new stuff that showed up that probably has some sparkly friends in it. So again, I'm gonna go on top first. And then I'm going to take this section and pull it straight back. And because I've got enough product on my brush, I'm gonna swipe the top of that one. Down. Okay, so we've completed this section. Now what we're gonna do is take this chunk. We'll be able to see, because we know we've sectioned it really carefully, this stuff is complete. So what I'm gonna do is just kind of give it a twist. It's gonna look extremely good, just so it stays loosely together, and leave it there. We're gonna move on to this front section, and then we'll do the two back. Okay, so now I've done the front. I'm gonna grab this section. leaves just the back stuff here. So it's gonna be hard for me to show you this, so I'll do my best, and then you can do your best. But basically I'm gonna find that center spot again, and it's gonna be a lot by feel. So this top triangle is gonna come this way. I'm gonna put my finger there on the root, which I can feel, and then I'm gonna locate my finger with the brush. So now I'm over here, I'm taking a section, I'm gonna flip it up, I'm gonna find that part line, and then just paint along with my finger and kind of dab it. And then I'm gonna go a little bit below it, flip it up, find that spot, find my finger. Oops, lose my towel. You know what? I don't need a towel. Okay, and then I'm gonna find that section, drop a bit lower, flip it up, come back and find that section. And then by now you should probably have a hang of it. It's almost, I would say it's almost easier by feel than trying to do things backwards in the mirror. So feels okay. Now once the same thing, once I've got that section completed, I'm gonna twist it up loosely and leave it over there. And take my measure. It up. So then I'll use my hands to sort of make sure that that stuff is all feels good. Obviously I can't see back there. You can see you can start to see where it sort of showing you where I made messes. So this is a good time to clean up. So we'll put everything where it needs to go. I'm just loosely, I don't have product in my hands apart from like maybe a little residue, but I'm just gonna let it kind of fall into place. I'm gonna leave it. If your hair's long, you're welcome to clip it up. Just keep it loose and low. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go wash my hands, pretending these are them. I'm gonna wash these gloves with soap and water while they're on my hands, and then I'm gonna dry them, and then I'm gonna take them off and lay them out until I need them again.